Hi everyone, it's Parul here, life and leadership coach, best-selling author, international keynote speaker. Now today we're supposed to have a Facebook Live and everyone's supposed to watch us, and I know a lot of you registered on EmpowerHer Talk Facebook group. But you know what? Technology. Sometimes technology defeats us. And today, Facebook went down just over an hour ago. I was panicking. I thought it was my Facebook. I was keep trying to log in, but you know what? We're not going to let technology take us down. We decided to celebrate. To celebrate this month, to celebrate sisterhood, to celebrate International Women's Month. A month that we remember all the sisters who's given their life, their dedication. They fought for our freedom. How we are here, why we are here, because of those sisters who struggle, who fight hard to get us where we are. So I just want to take a moment just to acknowledge those who spend a lot of time fighting for women's rights. Hi, everyone. Welcome on board. And we have a house full of speakers who will be talking about different topics. So we got poems, so we got talk, we have meditation, we have a whole range of things. So let's stay tuned, let's celebrate. And you'll be watching this video recorded because we couldn't go to Facebook Live because Facebook is down. But let's still celebrate. We got a whole month to celebrate. So you can keep watching this video and keep celebrating. So today I wanted to talk about a bit about ourselves as a person, as a leader. The word self-leadership often forgotten. But self-leadership is all about taking charge of our own lives, actions, behaviors. It's about being proactive rather than being reactive. It's about setting goals, holding ourselves accountable for achieving them. It's about understanding the strength and weakness and continuously striving for personal growth and development. And we are responsible for our personal growth, nobody else. One of the key components of self-leadership is self-awareness. And we must have a deep understanding of who we are, our values, and what drives us. By knowing ourselves, we can make informed decisions which align with our goals and our values. Self-leadership also requires self-discipline. It's about making right decisions, choices, even when they are difficult, and take responsibility for our action. Now, another critical aspect of self-leadership is about self-motivation. This means we have to have a clear vision of what we want to achieve and staying committed to the vision, even when we face adversity. It also means taking care of ourselves, self-care. I know we are all women, and women often have multiple roles. We all are well known for multitasker. We are multifaceted people. So it's really important that we take ownership of our self-care, our learning, our life, and our destinies. Because if we don't, nobody else would do. It's about realizing that we have power to shape our own future, making positive impact on world around us, and mastering self-leadership. Then we can become an effective leader, not only in professional life, but also in our personal life. So ladies, join me, welcome everyone on board, and we're going to hear from lots of friends here who will be talking about different topics. So first of all, I want to welcome Virginia Rivera. a great friend of mine. She's joining us from all the way from Puerto Rico. Now, bit about Virginia. Virginia is a highly accomplished and dedicated business professional with extensive experience as a certified business mentor, coach, consultant. She's also a media proprietor, a partner in renowned business conglomerate Piyush Pandit Group. She also the co-founder of the international charity called Muyor Imprende Latina. It's a Latin name, so I hope I pronounce it right. Virginia can pronounce it
You did
correctly.
good. You did.
With her mission to provide a free business and entrepreneurial education to women worldwide, empowering them to start their own business and achieve their own economic autonomy. Virginia have a long bio, so I just read a little paragraph from that. So I'm going to hand over to Virginia for you to listen. She's going to talk about women's economic empowerment, which is a great subject, a subject we all women need, because economic empowerment takes us to the next level. So let's hear from Virginia. Virginia, is over to you.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Thank you. Well, I want to say hello to all of you. Peru, thank you for the invitation here to Empower Her Talk. And I want to say hello to all my friends. So many of you I've shared before, and I'm thrilled to share this virtual podium with you. I'm really thrilled to be here in this event because Peru had some other ones that I wasn't able to go to. Those were in person, and I really wanted to be there. So I'm so excited to share with you today. As we gather here now during this month, commemorating and celebrating all the women that work, all the women that struggle, all the women that are here prior to us, those that we're just raising, and the ones that are in our present every way, the sororities, our sisters. That is why March is so important. It should be every day. But the good thing is that we take March and we actually hone on it and we really stress everything that we need to put into it to really get the message across that women are half of the population. Nonetheless, we are severely underrepresented and severely underserved still in 2024. A lot of people tell me, Virginia, why did you quit your marketing fancy job and why did you want to start an NGO to help women become financially autonomous? You see, being financially autonomous is not being financially independent or being economically stable. Financially autonomous is that you have what is yours in order to make decisions about your life and those that you love, and that you can afford it. Money is not everything. Money brings us freedom. Love is so important. If you have faith, your faith is so important. But the truth is that in the world that we live in today, this world, we need to think about our economy. And when you're autonomous, that means that you are sovereign. Even if you're in a relationship, I need you to understand something. You are still just as responsible by yourself. So even if you are married or you're in a committed relationship, that other person is not responsible for you. You are responsible for you. Now, when we become parents or mothers, the majority, and we have to say that 83% around the world end up having their children, and even when they're married, when they get divorced, they end up in a monoparental household. So that's even more important. Many women, because it is so easy to get pregnant, for those that probably are not looking for it, because we know that a lot of women try and they can't, we become pregnant and we become responsible. I have to tell you that my conversation in these days has been, please have families, because if we don't have children, we won't have a population. So we really need people to have a better life, a better situation, a better system, so they can actually bring family into the world and continue to grow our human race. I want to tell you that in my tiny little island of Puerto Rico, globally, We are the second country with the lowest birth rate. South Korea is number one with 0.8. Puerto Rico is number two with 0.9. And I tell you this because in Puerto Rico, let's see if I can, 63% of the women that work over the age of 25 live under the poverty level. And I tell you that around the world globally, it's 70%. Out of every 10 women, 7 cannot pay their bill. So this is the reason why I think that financial autonomy is so important. So when we speak of women empowerment, I had this great lesson taught to me by a 20-year-old in India. And she said, Virginia, women are empowered. The power is within them. They just need to be enlightened that the power is there. That was one of the biggest lessons I've ever learned in my life, because it is the truth. We all have it inside. Now, when I speak to you about economic empowerment, it's different. You know you have your power. You know you can get ahead. You've demonstrated that you're resilient. Now put that to use and make sure that your life is actually protected. And how do we do this? We do this by doing something that will produce an extra income stream so we can actually save it, so we can invest it, so we can use it for our caretaking for our parents, so we can use it for childcare for our children, so we can change our child from a school where he's being bullied. These are decisions that we can make if we are financially autonomous. You know that we are half of the population, yet we continue to face significant economic disparity. And like I said before, according to the World Bank, I didn't make this up, 70% of the women live under the poverty level. And we only make 77 cents to every man's dollar. And let me explain this. This is a white man and a white woman. When you are a Hispanic, that completely changes. It's 54 cents for every man's dollar. If you're an African American, it's 68 cents for every man's dollar. And these are the numbers that I can give you because I am here. Nonetheless, I know that around the world, it doesn't change very much. This is our reality. So I would like to celebrate this month, and I would like to be so happy, and I am. I'm grateful to be a woman. I'm grateful for everything my sisters have done before me so I can be standing here today. I applaud them. But you know what? We are raising girls. We are examples, and we are role models. And we need to realize that we need to be brave when we make our decisions because we are leading them. We need to be brave and really step out of the status quo and really step out of being in our comfort zone just because we are okay. We need to really think about the big picture. And I always say, if one of my sisters is not free, I am not free. You know, so we need to be responsible and we need to make a change. It's 2024 and we're still here. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what other language to say other than my passion that if we all decide to take ownership of the part of the world, and that means your people, your neighbor, your community, if you take action there, ownership there, and you empower economically these people, we will have a different world. But if we're just staying in a little cocoon and we're just being secure because I'm okay, it's not going to get better. Somebody else has been writing our history, and it's not a woman. I'm not going to say who it is. You know who that is. It is time that we bring chair to the table and we get pen and we start writing our history. And we start saying that we want our names there, that we want to occupy our space. And this is not a feminist talk. This is a human talk. Women's rights are human rights. People tell me many times, you must hate men. I said, no, I love men. Thanks to a man, I have the most beautiful things in my life, my 2 daughters. I didn't make those by myself. But I have to tell you, we have been sitting in the back seat for a long time. And it is time now, not to be forceful, not to be angry, just to occupy the space that you were meant to occupy. So many times we're so embarrassed to do that. And I have to tell you, investing in women's economic empowerment is not just the right thing to do, It's the smart economic decision. Studies show that when women have equal access to resources and opportunities, their economy grows 25%. But did you know that that translates globally? The World Bank says, with the McKinsey study, that if every woman was given the same opportunities as men to undertake the best in their life, our economic global product would grow 25%. You know how much that means in money? $28 trillion. So you know what? It's not just Virginia saying, women, hooray, hooray, hooray. No. Or we're women. No. I'm saying, let's step up. Let's do what we have to do. And let's make our world prosperous. Let's make sure that every woman has the opportunity to fulfill her destiny. I am an advocate for education. I'm an advocate for women's rights, but education is the pillar to promote and protect human rights. So when every little girl and every woman around the world has access to education, we will be okay. As president of the World Education Policy, this is my responsibility. My responsibility is to create a framework so I can bring all these stakeholders and start looking at policies around the world that work in some places and maybe bring it to other places. I have made myself very uncomfortable because I feel very responsible. I have two girls. And I have to walk the talk. And I do it every single day. So I invite you to walk the talk. Sometimes we just say it, but then we're so comfortable that we just stay sitting down in our little comfort and we don't do anything. I'm not saying go out there and march. If that's your job, do it. Go be an advocate, create awareness. But we can do what we can in our area with our people. We can make that change just concentrating in our little piece of the world. There are two countries in the world that I really admire. Rwanda. I worked for Starbucks Coffee, 14 years. I was their marketing director. And I had the chance to go to Rwanda and I had a chance to see what the government was doing by promoting gender equality and women entrepreneurship. It changes lives. It absolutely not only changes lives, it changes communities and it changes countries. I've seen this. And if you've read, Sweden is right there. Sweden is known for a strong commitment to gender equality and women's rights. The country's policies such as parental leave, I mean, that was like the first time that ever existed. Other countries are now finally adapting. But we need to realize that childcare is not only under the woman's responsibility. This is a collaborative effort. So we need to ask for help. We need to say, didn't do this alone, so you need to come up and step up and you need to help me. As we come together here and empower her, let us all draw inspiration from the examples that we're going to listen to today and commit to supporting women's economic empowerment worldwide. Let's harness the power of data because it's everywhere. Statistics and best practices to drive change. Let's advocate for gender equality. And I can assure you that women's economic empowerment will not be a promise. It will be a reality. But this is all of us. And I say again, be brave because you never know who you're inspiring. Thank you so much.
Wow, that's
that
amazing.
Was my piece. That was my piece.
Amazing,
Okay.
Virginia. Yeah, I'm going to let you carry on and introduce Dr. Teresa.
Yes. So I love Dr. Teresa. I've had the chance to meet her in London twice. She's one of those women that inspire you to take action about your life and do something. Her excellent Dr. Teresa A. Mosley. She's a distinguished Walmer United Nations Peace Ambassador and a retired U.S. Army veteran. Stands as a beacon of inspiration with a remarkable 28-year career in education. You are such an inspiration, my dear. The virtual podium is yours.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad I'm following you because my mother was also an advocate for education. Talk about, I celebrate her today in heaven. My mother in 1965 said, my 5 kids, 4 boys and 1 girl, are not going to walk 3 miles to school anymore. We're going to go to our neighborhood school, which was a predominantly white school, at Haymount Elementary. Which when she went to register us, the lady said, I'm sorry, we can't register you because you're colored. My mother said, I'll be back before Arnold Schwarzenegger. She went to the superintendent's office and said, my husband fought in 2 world wars. We pay property tax at 1107 Chesterfield Drive. You need to call that secretary and tell her to register my 5 colored kids today, or else I'm going to call the president of the United States. I learned from the best. Hazel Mosley was no joke. Such an empowered woman. She went back to school at 55 and got her bachelor's degree. And she pledged Zeta at 55, and she was 6 hours away from her business degree, master's degree in business before she went legally blind. I celebrate you, Mom, today for empowering me and all the women around you. So I have today 3 poems of empowerment, and one of them, the last poem, I actually wrote it myself this morning, and I'm going to share it with you. So here we go. The first poem is by Latique Getters, called Empowered Woman. I am empowered. I am an empowered woman, strong yet gentle too. I know my worth and value. My voice is clear and true. I stand up for my rights and all the rights of all. I am fierce yet compassionate. I hear every call. I pursue my dreams and ambitions. Nothing can stop me now. I am free and fearless. I solemnly vow to inspire other women, to empower them each and every day. We are empowered together as down each new path we make our way. The power within, deep within me, I found a power like no other, a power that has always been there. I have just discovered. This power comes from within. It's my own inner strength. It's the magic I possess, my voice, my strength, my length. This power surpasses any that I have seen external. It's resilient and cooperative. And with it, I can look infernal. So praise this power within me that flows like a mighty stream. For with it, I will conquer each and every dream. My next poem is by Diane Monton. It's a short poem. I am confident. I remove doubt. I stand with the truth. I build my own faith. Women of yesterday and today, we share responsibilities in society for the greater good of humanity. Rise up, beat the odds, demonstrate unity in diversity. That's Diane Monte.
I love that.
And last but not least, The Empowered Woman by Her Excellency, Dr. Teresa Ann Mosley. She is strong. She is bold. She shines like a bright soul. She is kind. She is light. She is ambitious. She is right. Right for the job. Right for the change. Right for the purpose. Her heart is large. She can conquer the world. She is a messenger of peace. She won't stop until the hate is released. Stand up for your rights. Be bold in your pursuit. You have everything you need. You are the fruit. Empowered woman, that you are. Empowered woman, you are the star. I always leave people with my original quote. Life is but a short road to your ultimate destiny. Make peace, have compassion, and learn to love before you get there. Also know this, when you understand your divine assignment, you will be successful, fulfilled, prosperous, and have inner peace. And when you have inner peace, there is peace in the world. Thank you, Peru, for this opportunity. Empowered Women Talk. Peace and blessings.
Wow, what a powerful talk. Now, I want to introduce our next speaker, but all I want to say is Dr. Teresa Mosley's poems, all the poems, especially Empower Women, really touched my heart. I think we all can relate to it. Amazing, and it's lovely to connect with people that you feel connected. What I meant by soul, and I'm so blessed to be connecting with some of you wonderful people, including Dr. Teresa Mosley. So great, we're sharing the stage, and we're going to be sharing more stage in the future. Now I want to introduce Dr. Rhonda M. Wood. Dr. Rhonda, are you with us? I think.
Yes, I'm here. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to spotlight you. And then, okay, let me read your bio first. So Dr. Rhonda M. Wood is an award-winning international keynote speaker, best-selling author, stand as a prominent advocate for mental health, passionately using her unique voice to empower women from the classroom to boardroom and beyond. Okay, what is Dr. Rhonda? I'm going to spotlight you for everyone. Welcome on board. We can't see you, Dr. Rhonda.
Oh, my video's not showing? Okay, let me just
No.
let's see, I might have to take it off in order for it to, oh no.
Yeah, we can see your
May it
background.
work. Oh no. Let me say none.
No, we can't see you.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, we can
Nope.
see your picture now.
Okay, looks like the backgrounds work, but
Don't worry about background. I think you can just talk.
backgrounds work, but I'm not. Okay. I'm sorry. It worked earlier and I'm not sure what happened.
It was the same for me, so I just took it without.
Oh, yeah, but it's not showing me at all. It's not showing me is the issue. Okay. I apologize. I had it up and work. I'm not on my normal computer. I can
So, Dr. Rhonda, do you want to figure out, and shall I introduce someone else while
yes,
you
yes,
figure out?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So I have Inga Nordin on my list. Virginia, do you want to introduce Inga? And I'll remove the spotlight from Dr. Rhonda. We'll come back to her when her video start working.
Okay, thank you.
So Inga Norden is a best-selling author, award-winning speaker, and a life and business coach. Her motto is, "It's never too late to start over. I did it at 65. What's your excuse?" I love this. So the virtual podium is yours. Thank you for being with us today. Love this.
Thank you so much for having me here. And I actually have to say something before we start with what I should speak about. I'm 72 now, turning 73.
Wow.
So it's never ever too late to start over. So if you are thinking about it as being a female, do it, go for it, whatever you do, like you did, Virginia.
Thank you so much.
So I would love to speak about being present and the importance of doing this. Now, why do I do that with kind of female touch? How can that empower you as a female? Well, if you are preoccupied with a lot of other things, you most of the time forget about yourself. That's true, right? So, I mean, being with people around you and really being there with them, then you can change lives, yours as well as the people around you. And if you are thinking about being introduced to someone and you are thinking about being there with them, what are you thinking about most of the time? You are really thinking about what you should say when they introduce themselves to you. So, having said that, there is a lot of things like now online and in this world that is changing so fast. You need to really focus on being here and now. So, you don't want to be an empty boat, because an empty boat on the sea is not having a purpose. It's nothing to do with that. It's like being there and just letting the waves take you wherever you want to go, right? But it's not where you want to go. It's where sorry, it's where someone else, like the waves, take you. And you are not really steering the boat. You are not really going forward in the direction you want to. So be present then. How will that help you? Because if you are really there and then, you are like you have a magnifying glass and you can see what's happening to people around you. Like when I was doing Morocco, doing a presence exercise, I had actually a guy sitting opposite me. And all of a sudden I got a headache. That was really, really bad. And afterwards I had to talk to him and ask him, do you have a headache? And he said, no, but I have really sore eyes. That is a clue I would never have picked up if I wouldn't have been present with him. And talking about that as well, it's so important. I mean, today when all the kids are doing other things, you are driving them and you are taking care of them, but are you really there with them? Are you just going there with them where they need to go, or are you there? So being present is like being a kid again. You know the kids, when someone is looking at you, they are really focusing on you, right? It's not like you have any way of getting away from it. So what they also do, they see the beauty in other people. That is what you can do by being present. And as I said before, you can navigate your life if you're present. So how can your life be different if you are present? Well, people will respect you more because you are authentically you. You're no one else. And we all know that being you, you are the only one who can do that. And by this, your confidence level will increase as well. Because when you are authentically you, people will trust you, and you will then have the ability to really, really, really be there with them. And if you are there, you will be more successful. And as well, sales, well, in sales, you get better results. Why? Because it's relationships driven, right? So as Robin Sharma says, the business of business is relationships. The business of life is human connection. And we female are so good at human connections, but we're not really taking it to the level we can. So what I would love to end this with, and maybe we can have a conversation later on, but to help you all to focus, I have a free course that you can attend, and I can put that in the comments field in Facebook. That will help you really move towards being present, implementing it in your life. How many of you would love that? Yeah? So please, thank you for this. And I'm so happy we all can share with you, what we have experienced. And don't forget it, it's never too late to start over. I did it at 65. So what's your excuse? Thank you.
Bravo.
Wow, what an amazing topic. Every time Inga talk about presence, it just brings you back into being present. And not just for myself, but for my kids, for my family. I think important issue Inga talk about, we just sometimes listen to kids, but not really being present. We just hear what they say, but being present makes a difference. So amazing topic, Inga. Thank you very much for sharing your wisdom with us. Okay, so we have to swap around between Inga and Dr. Rhonda Wood. And Dr. Rhonda is back. I hope her video is working now, so we can highlight. Dr. Rhonda, can you join us? Okay, Dr. Rhonda, can you hear us? Okay, I'm not sure if Dr. Rhonda is still having technical issues. Virginia, you want to, Lena is here. So would you like, oh, Dr. Rhonda is back. Okay, we're seeing you wrong way around, Dr. Rhonda. Can we have camera other way around?
You're back, you're like sideways.
Oh, I'm sideways?
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
you're
you are
sideways
sideways.
again.
Yes.
There you go. Yes.
Okay. All right, perfect.
Okay, I'm going to spotlight Dr. Rhonda. So, okay, everyone. So Dr. Rhonda had some technical issue. We all know technical issue is part of our life. And we had Facebook breakdown this afternoon. And we thought we can't be on live, but we are back to Facebook Live, which is fantastic. So as I mentioned, Dr. Rhonda Wood is an award-winning international speaker, best-selling author, and she stands as a prominent advocate for mental health, passionately using her unique voice to empower women from classroom to the boardroom and beyond. So Dr. Rhonda, you can be sharing some of your wisdom with us. So please take over the mic and share your thoughts and celebrate International Women's Month.
Absolutely. So, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody, depending on where you are in the world. I'm so excited to be here. My name is Dr. Rhonda M. Wood. I'm an international speaker, best-selling author, and I'm an advocate, not just for mental health, but also for breaking cultural norms, women's equality. And so I'm excited to celebrate with you International Women's Month as we gather here today. I'm honored to stand before you. Today, we are all gathered here, me and my fellow trailblazing women. We are commemorating achievements, resilience, tenacity, empowerment, all of those great things of women around the world. So I would love to reflect on the progress that we have made in our fights for different women issues, whether it be in politics, sports, education, gender equality, careers. We are breaking cultural norms of women around the world. So throughout history, women have faced countless barriers and obstacles imposed on us by what society says we should be and who we should be. So from those limitations, again, education and employment opportunities, society has given us their expectations on what we should be and who we should be, whether it be in marriage or in motherhood, or just being a woman in general who wants to succeed and elevate beyond her potential. So what those norms have done is they have stifled our potential as women. They have denied us the chance to fully participate and thrive in society. However, despite those norms, despite those challenges, women have still continued. We continually have risen above adversity, challenges, difficulties, detours, all of those things. And we are reshaping history. We are reshaping the norms that the culture has told us what we should be. So we are here. We are gathered here today, collectively in sobriety, to pave the way for the future generation of women. So one of the most powerful ways in which women have broken cultural norms is through education. And my sister, Her Excellency, Dr. Teresa Mosley, has talked about the importance of education and how, and given examples of how we are excelling in that area, how we have excelled in that area. But for centuries, as we know, women were denied access to education. As we know, women were deemed unfit unfit or even unnecessary. We were even at one point, people felt like we were unnecessary for in education, in those roles. And so what that has done is for many of us, it's made us fight even harder. They felt like our roles were just to stay home, just to be mothers and or wives, or as back in the days, they used to say barefoot and pregnant. But we have had so many courageous women throughout history who have fought for their rights, fought for our rights to learn, to grow, to acquire knowledge, and not only that, but to pursue our passions. And so therefore, we have many examples throughout history. We have pioneers like Mary Wollstonecraft to a modern day trailblazer like Malala Yousafzai. So women who have denied cultural expectations and proven that education is not bound by gender. As women, we have challenged these cultural norms. We have entered male-dominated fields, standing tall with our head held high. Those male-dominated fields and industries, everything from politics to science, technology, engineering, mathematics, despite facing discrimination as women and bias, we've still persevered. We have shattered those glass ceilings. We have paved the way for the future female leaders. The achievements that we have had from women, we have examples like Kamala Harris, the first female vice president of the United States. Something to be incredibly proud of. We've also had Frances Arnold, the first American female to win the Nobel Peace Prize in chemistry. They serve as inspirations to us for women here and everywhere around the world. They have taught us and inspired us to pursue our dreams without limitations and without bowing down to what society says we should be. Additionally, women have challenged cultural norms surrounding marriage and motherhood, reclaiming our autonomy and our right to make choices about us as women, about our roles in the household. We advocate for our rights, challenging traditional gender roles. In other words, society and the culture will tell us men have these particular roles and women are separate. But women have fought for equality and recognition as individuals and collectively. Now listen, we've made some great strides. We've done some great things, but as we know, our work and our fight is far from over. Despite the progress we have made, we still face continued systemic barriers. We still face inequality. We still are judged based on our gender, sometimes on our race, sometimes on our sexuality, and even our social economic status. But we must continue to advocate for gender equality in all aspects of society and close that gender gap and combat any type of discrimination, bias, and even violence against women. I am asking us to stand collectively to amplify the voices of all marginalized women, including women of color, including women with disabilities, and including women who face any type of forms of discrimination or oppression. So as we today collectively gather here, as we celebrate International Women's Month, let's make a decision. Let's make a commitment to recommit ourselves to fight for the gender equality. Let us honor all of the achievements of those who have come before us, women who have broken cultural norms, who have paved the way for us, but also those who are going to come behind us. Let us stand together in solidarity, united on our determination to create a world where all women can live free from discrimination and oppression. Thank you.
Wow, that was amazing. So close to my heart. I loved your message. So powerful. And I think it's the right thing right now before we go ahead and introduce our next speaker today, Lena Joe. She's a faith-based life power coach, combines her positive attitude and expertise in physical, psychological, and spiritual health to guide individuals towards clarity and growth in their life power. As a #1 best-selling author, international speaker, and multifaceted coach, Lena Joe integrates test-based nutrition, art, and life-affirming creativity to inspire holistic transformation. Welcome, Lena. The virtual podium is yours.
Thank you very much, Virginia. I'm so happy to be here and to be able to speak to all of you. And as Virginia said, I work with life power in different areas of life. And I want to talk about 1 or 2 ways today how you can gain, regain, or grow your life power. And I have a company called the Life Power Institute. And what can help you? I mean, a lot of women are taking care of all other people, but not thinking so much about themselves. We have been talking about how can we be empowered. Well, one way is to take care of ourselves. And my journey started actually 20 years ago. I had a car accident. And after that car accident, it was not a major car accident, but it had huge effect on my life. I got a lot of stress problems afterwards. I had tinnitus, I got dizzy, and my balance was not good if I was working too much, or my memory disappeared. It was very frustrating. And I tried as well as I could, but I really had problems. And I lost my personality, I lost my well-being, and I lost my life power. And there were 2 things, major things, that helped me out of this. And the first thing was one of my friends showed me a test and a balance oil. And these 2 things really turned my life over. I took a blood test and checked my fatty acid balance, and it showed that I was not in balance. So I started to eat the balance oil, and after 3 months, actually my symptoms disappeared. So my life really turned around. And the other thing was that I started to paint watercolor. I have always been drawing, but I couldn't paint, I thought. And the funny thing with colors is that it makes something with you. The doctor always said to me, you have to train, you have to train. And I was a physiotherapist, so I knew what it was to train, but I didn't. I went into my room and I started to paint. And there I found the tranquility, the peace, the harmony, and I felt much, much better. And I thought, if I can feel better, perhaps other ones also can do that. Because what I noticed was, the first thing that happened was that I started to process old traumas, not the car accident, but old traumas. They came back into my subconscious. So I painted my old traumas. They were not beautiful pictures, but they helped me through. And then the subconscious take over. Something happens inside of you. You also find your true self when you start painting. If you let the colors talk to you, it's very interesting. So I started to gain my life power back through the colors. And I started to flourish again. I started to be able to do the funny things I had done before. So I found out that colors are something that can grow you and develop you. And from that on, I started to use it with my clients, as I am a coach and counselor. And I took this also into my toolbox. So I have some art retreats, both in Sweden and abroad. And one lady, she had been burnt out for many years. And she said, when she came to me, she couldn't have any colors. In her home, it was gray, beige, white, and black. And she started to paint, and she said to me, Lena, you must be very astonished over me, because I'm only painting pink, yellow, and orange. So suddenly the paint came to her as a healing power. So it's very interesting. And science also show that art and creativity affects your brain. It decreases the blood flow into the brain's pleasure center. So you start feeling more, you have more well-being in your life. And it increases your cognition, thinking capacity, and the memory. And I needed that. It decreased depression and increased the serotonin level in your brain. It decreased the stress hormone cortisol that makes us really have a lot of problems. And as Inger said, it also creates presence in the now. It keeps you connected to yourself and at the same time to the world. It improves your focus. It helps us to process our emotions. It ignites hope for the future. And a lot of people need that now. So if you feel hopeless, start painting. And it also improves our communication skills. Did you know that? Science is very good. It can tell us a lot of things. So if you feel that you're overwhelmed or you want to find your own self, your true self, take time, invest in yourself, and come to one of my art retreats. I'm going to have one in May in Rhodes. I will put on the link here so you can see it. And there, come and let your life power grow together with me. Thank you very much.
So interesting.
What an amazing talk.
Yes.
Virginia, before we introduce next speaker, it would be good to just summarize what we've heard so far. And so far, we have heard from Virginia about the importance of economic empowerment, economic growth, which I absolutely is true to my heart. And without before I know Virginia, that's actually part of my my core agenda as well, helping women to become economically independent. And my core came from helping women, especially women who went through domestic violence. Two things came out. One, the reason they could not move forward with life is lack of self-confidence. And other reason was because they were not financially stable. Because they were not financially stable, they felt they cannot move with life because they have to stay in a very difficult relationship because they have no money. And that's the reason I actually found my academy is called Boost Your Confidence Academy. And my motto is saying what Virginia is doing for a long time is helping women worldwide to become economically independent. Then we heard from Dr. Teresa Mosley, amazing Dr. Teresa Mosley, who is all about peace, ambassador, and she does so much work, but also about empowering women, the importance of empowerment. I just love her poem of empowerment. Then we heard from Inger about being present and the importance of being present. And we also heard from Lena about, her journey. And I just love her talking about the colors, playing with the colors and the watercolors. And, and life power, really important. We need to take our power back. So without further ado, I'm going to now introduce our next speaker, whom I just met not long ago, but really fall in love with what she does. Meditation is something I always love. Something keeps us being present, keep us cool, and keep us kind of within the boundary of ourselves, both mentally, emotionally, and physically. So I'm going to introduce our next speaker, who is Nimisha Patel-Wen. Now, a bit about Nimisha. Nimisha is a mindset and meditation guide specializing in empowering high-achieving women. Nimisha pivoted from her successful 18 years of corporate career. Sorry, I have to let somebody in. Corporate career after facing serious illness in 2018. However, she focused on her two young children, her well-being, and her personal growth. And she fueled her mind, body, and soul to become her next level self. So now we're going to practice something with Nimisha. So I'm going to hand over and spotlight Nimisha to take us through the next session. Over to you, Nimisha.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Parul, you are amazing. And thank you, my lovely ladies, to be able to join such an empowering setting. It really is an honor and so great. Power of Zoom that connects us from all walks of life and countries. So I'm super grateful to be here. Similar to Virginia, I missed the live event in London. So it's so lovely to connect with this community and Beryl be here with you on this virtual stage. And what a fab time to do it as well. So yes, I am going to invite you to go inward. So wherever you find yourself, whatever time of day it is, whatever you've got going on behind the scenes, this is a moment for you, a short moment for you to go within. So welcome to this, what I'm calling Celebrating Your Confident Self meditation. I'm Nimisha Patel-Owen, and I'll guide you throughout this short practice. And if I may, I recorded this literally just before we went live because I wasn't sure what was happening with the tech. And I just thought that if Facebook is down, at least I can send this to Beryl. So this is what I did. And with the beauty of that, it allowed me to put in some music. And music for me resonates. And I think I know we talked about some music and dancing here already. So this is what I'm going to do is share my screen and share the recording. So let me invite you to take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to go within. And shift your focus from perhaps the busyness in your mind to the wisdom of your heart. Because what I believe is when we're doing mind work, the best place to do mind work is from the heart. So leave the busyness behind. Find yourself a comfortable position, whether that's seated, lying down, video on, camera off, whatever you want to do, blanket on, blanket off. Settle in. And let me invite you to share this meditation. So Beryl, if you would kindly allow me to share. Super. Okay, if I can invite you, Beryl, just to give me a thumbs up, and I would love for you to experience this too. But if you can just give me a thumbs up just to make sure that you can see it okay and you can hear it, then I will also experience the meditation if I may, and I will welcome you back in at the end. So settle in, my lovelies, and yeah.
Close your eyes. Take a deep, nourishing breath here. Inhaling the warmth of confidence and exhaling any lingering doubt or tension. And as you breathe, let your attention settle into the present moment. Center yourself, feeling confidence in your posture, feeling confidence in your breath, feeling love in your heart. As you settle in, relax, embrace the expansion, and bring a radiant smile on your face. Because today, my lovely, we are celebrating you. The intention behind this meditation is to celebrate the beautiful soul that you are already and create a deep feeling of connectedness and inspiration throughout your body. As you listen to this meditation, visualize and experience a feeling of gratitude and appreciation. Gratitude and appreciation for who you are. Gratitude and appreciation for who you're becoming. Gratitude and appreciation for your body, for your breath, for your heart. Gratitude and appreciation for all that you are, with your purpose, with your spiritual connection, and the world around you. Feel complete. Feel the growth. Feel the expansion. Every single moment calls for a celebration. And as you celebrate yourself, you get more connected to your goodness and feel stronger and more powerful and more confident. And as you celebrate yourself, others celebrate you too. You already have what you need within you already. And when it comes to being your confident self, you know exactly what to do. With this meditation, it will give you a few moments to ground and connect, and to take a moment to acknowledge and celebrate you. And remember that you are so worthy of what you desire right now. So let's celebrate you. Today, beauty, grace, and abundance are flowing my way. Today, I vibe on the wavelength of positivity and confidence. Today, I lovingly release all that no longer aligns with my growth and well-being. Today, I radiate confidence from within, embracing the essence of who I truly am. My desires are a powerful force within me, and I trust in them. I wholeheartedly welcome positive changes, guided by my courage towards my desires. I am a powerful force, becoming the person I aspire to be, radiating positivity and strength. Each and every day, I breathe into my energy and breathe out stress. I am a master of my thoughts and emotions. I am grateful for who I am and who I'm becoming. I am capable of achieving all that I desire. Every day, in every way, I radiate positivity and let go of anything that dims my light. I am a magnet for love, success, and abundance. I am confident in all that I do. I feel the energy of love pulsating through me now. I move with confidence, and my energy is a gift to the world. I embrace my uniqueness, for it is my superpower. Today, I shine brightly, and my light inspires others to do the same. Today, I choose inspiring words and inspired actions that elevate myself and others. Today, I'm celebrating all that I am and all that I'm becoming. I celebrate my strengths and accept my flaws. I celebrate my accomplishments, both big and small. Everything I need is already inside me. I love and appreciate myself even when I make mistakes. I surround myself with positive and uplifting people. Today, I choose to believe in myself wholeheartedly, even when doubt shows up. I focus my energy on what I truly desire. I always align my time to what is most precious and important to me. I have more than enough time to get everything done. I'm in no rush. Today, I gracefully release judgment of myself and others. I embrace challenges with a smile, knowing I have the wisdom and strength to overcome them. I trust my intuition, for it lovingly guides me on my journey. I tune into my heart space and listen to its wisdom. Each and every day, I take care of myself and nurture my mind, body, and soul. The more I take care of myself, the more confident I feel. I choose to let go of anything that doesn't serve me and step into my goodness. I am unapologetically me. I only compare myself with the past version of me, not with other people. I am worthy of my desires. I am open to new possibilities. I trust in myself and know that I am safe. I choose love over fear. Each and every day, I celebrate all that I am. Today, I celebrate myself. I am confident. I am celebrating the beautiful soul that I am. Today, I vibe on the wavelength of positivity and confidence. Take a deep breath here and feel the energy radiating in your body. Feel the celebration happening within you. And as we conclude this celebration, bring your hands to your heart center. Express gratitude for the beautiful soul that you are already and the continued journey of growth that you're on. Let me invite you to take this renewed confidence and refreshed belief with you. This is who you are. You are destined to shine brighter and brighter, even more. And as we bring this practice to a close, rub your hands gently. Feel the energy and gently place your hand over your eyes. And as you do, take another deep breath here. Pause at the top. And take a nourishing deep breath out. And as you do, bring your hands at prayer at heart center, Anjali Mudra, and thank yourself for being here and experiencing this beautiful practice. And when you're ready, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, have a stretch if that feels good for you. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes and come back into the beautiful space that holds you and this shared experience we've embarked on together. Namaste.
Wow. How many of you forgot that you were here? I forgot that I was even like here doing this. I felt like I was, on my own. Thank you so much, Amisha. This was amazing. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, amazing, amazing. I feel renewed. Thank you. Thank you so much. It was does everybody else feel like me? Like for a moment I wasn't here and I loved it. Thank you. So now we're going to present our next speaker, and that's Alethea Tucker. Alethea Tucker is an international motivational speaker, author, coach, and an entrepreneur who speaks from her soul to motivate and encourage her audiences, believing that her journey is hers to live and her obligation to share as inspiration to others. She infuses her life into each talk. Welcome, Alethea. On mic, there we go. Beautiful.
There we go. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Virginia, for that introduction. And thank you for Parul for allowing me to be on your stage this afternoon to celebrate women worldwide and all of the awesome and wonderful things that we do and who we represent, right? Who we are in this world. It's already been mentioned, the things that I do. I always like to tell people as well that I call myself a reinvention strategist, someone who really helps people, women in particular, 45 plus is kind of my niche, to identify the life that they want, one in which they truly thrive and not just survive. And a lot of what we have in our lives and much of our journey, we can really attribute to helping to make us to be and to get where we want. And I think back to a time in my life, and my journey has helped me to do just that. Something that happened to me where I frequently recall that time as a period in my life that taught me to turn something that was not so great, something that really impacted my life tremendously, and in not necessarily at the time in a great way, but it had great results that came out of the lessons that I learned. I grew up in the 80s and I used to live on Bolling Air Force Base, which was a military base here in the Washington, D.C. area. And I was attending Catholic school. I was in high school. And I vividly remember one morning I was walking to the bus stop. I frequently did that. And there was this game that I would often play with my classmates who were standing at the bus stop. And the game was called I Betcha I Can Make You Look. And the goal was for them to do something and motion towards me or do something to make me think that there was something behind me so that I would turn around and look. And we would do it with one another. And of course, this day it was my turn because I was approaching them and they were looking in my direction. And sure enough, as I approached, they were doing strange things and making motions. And I knew that there was no way I was going to turn around. I didn't care what they did. I was a pro at this game. And they kept doing it. And this time things looked just a little different to me. It seemed as though they were particularly animated. And then at one point, they really kind of started trying to walk towards me just a little to really kind of reinforce what they were doing, to say, you need to look around. And I watched their faces really intently, and something kind of clicked because all at once their faces went from a look of, I'm really trying to make her turn around, to one of, I'm really concerned. And right when that look of theirs turned from playful to just almost petrified, I went to turn. And when I went to turn, that's when I felt it. And all in the next few seconds, I remember just kind of spiraling in the air. And it seemed like everything was just coming at me from every direction. And I was trying to figure out if I could just kind of get my grasp, my hold, and kind of hold on, I could stop all this spinning. And all within the same few seconds that that occurred, the next thing I felt was another thump. And as I looked around me, I realized that I was sitting flat on asphalt, actually laying on the asphalt. And I tried to get up, adrenaline had really kind of kicked in, and I kind of heard screaming and I heard screeching and I saw smoke and I saw people running, look like in slow motion. And the more I tried to get up, it was like the heavier my body was and the more I was just kind of weighted down. So finally, I gave in and just laid back and tried to collect myself. And I looked to my right, and immediately to my right, within about a foot of my head, was a school bus wheel. And I thought to myself, have I just been hit by a school bus? The answer is yes. While walking to the bus stop that morning, a bus that was coming up from behind me, approaching my bus stop to get another load of kids, ran off the road and struck me while I was walking. And all in the next few minutes, everything continued to move in just an absolute blur as I saw people come towards me and throw a blanket on me. And I remember thinking, what in the world am I going to do? Because I really feel like my foot had been broken. I couldn't get up. I didn't feel anything else hurt, but I knew that that had been damaged and I wanted to get up. All within the next few minutes, my parents arrived and my mom came up to me half dressed because someone had run to her and said, Alethea's been hit by a school bus. Come now. The next thing I remember is being loaded into the ambulance and everything else moved so quickly. And I remember the next thing was I woke up and I was in a hospital room and I looked at my parents and I thought to myself, what am I going to do? And I finally said, I'm probably not going to be able to go to the amusement park. You see, we had planned to go to the amusement park that particular weekend. And I saw my foot up in this traction and I knew I had a broken leg. I couldn't go. What I didn't know is that accident brought about injuries that were much more severe than just a broken leg. You see, when that bus hit me, it totally crushed my foot. As a matter of fact, it almost seared my foot totally off. My life had changed from that point, talking trauma. I remember the next few months, there were discussions of, well, we may be able to save her foot, but I don't know. If we save it, I don't know what she can do with it. Well, if she has it, she'll never walk. Well, if she walks, she'll have a limp. We just don't know. I spent 3 months in the hospital, 3 months, underwent about 5 different operations when I was there. And when I came out, I still had my foot. Thank God. I had defied the odds. I made it that far, but we just didn't know what the future would hold. I wasn't walking. I had been on crutches. And I remember days upon days upon days after being home, just saying, I'm never going to come out of this. I'm 16 years old and I'm damaged for life. And then I recall one day, I said, why don't I just try? I remember walking to the edge of the driveway on crutches in sheer pain and thinking, I'll never do this. The next few days, I made it a little beyond the driveway and then a little past that. And then I finally gave up my crutches. And then I was finally able to walk to the end of the block one day and back, limping, but I did it. Within a year's time, I was not only walking, but I was running on that same foot that they didn't even know was going to be able to survive the traumatic injuries that it had endured. Yeah, at the tender age of 16, I learned how trauma could either destroy your life or you could use it to triumph. And I decided to use it as a lesson in how to triumph. And it is a lesson that goes with me till this day. And these are the things that I learned from that. And I hope that these will be lessons for you as well. Number 1, what may make you buckle does not have to break you. I felt pain that would often have me in an absolute fit, pain that the strongest morphine drips could not take away. But I made it through that. I made it until I got to medication that was just barely muscle relaxers to help me to make it through the day. And after that, got off that and got on Tylenol and was able to finally get through a day months later with no pain. I was able to endure tough times, but not let them break me. The other thing that I learned was it was important not to ever let anyone's probabilities or possibilities damage what you could probably do. The possibilities that they gave me were horrific. They thought I would not walk. They thought I wouldn't keep my foot, but I did. I was able to persevere. And I looked past what they thought was possible and worked on what I knew I could probably do. And the last thing is, you may not always look back when you're supposed to. And if you suffer any tragedy as a result of it, it's okay. Use it as a lesson for yourself to triumph, one in which you can persevere. Again, my name is Alethea Tucker. I'm a reinvention strategist. If you want to get in touch with me, go visit me at joliesenterprises.com. That's the name of my company. Or definitely go to my Reinvent and Rise Summit website, where I allow women to tell their stories of tragedy to triumph on the stage. Thank you so much for today, and go out and be the powerful, awesome women that we all have been designed to be.
Wow, what a powerful talk. Everyone's talks and practice, it's just always inspiring. I'm just listening, to be honest. I wasn't deep down listening to your story, and I think we all have different story to resonate with us. And we talking about story now. Alethea and me met not long ago, and we actually became good friends, and we decided to do something jointly.
Yes.
And talking about story, talking about life journey, and we are in the month of celebrating women. So we decided to hear and allow everyone to share their story through a book, an anthology, where ladies came come from different parts of the world to share stories. And I'm going to share a slide, but before that, I'm going to bring Alethea back to the stage and tell us a bit more about this book. For me, when you become a writer, when you become an author, especially when you become a best-selling author, your credibility just goes up. So whatever you're doing in life, whether you're an entrepreneur, a freelancer, whatever you're doing in your life, becoming a best-selling author is a credibility that goes really well with wherever you go, with your CV, your speaker profile. So it's really important when you share your story, go with someone who can help you to become the best-selling author. So I'm proud to launch this book with Alethea. Alethea, I want to invite you to say a bit more about this book project before I share the summary of the presentation that we're going to share with everyone.
Sure. So, what better way to have your voice heard? I see a book as creating legacy. I see a book for speakers in particularly as verification, as validation of the platform that you have. There are so many benefits to pulling a book together, and Parole has done this during a month, of course, where we're being celebrated. And this is an opportunity for us as women to come together and to bring our expertise to a platform that you will be able to have others look at, that you will be able to have others experience, that you, as a participant in this book, of course, will be able to say, this is some knowledge that I can pass on to you that is going to help you, that's going to benefit you and help you by me sharing what I know. And the beauty of sharing what you know in an anthology is you bring together so many different perspectives. Parul was just saying how everyone's story may touch someone in particular. Well, that's the same thing in an anthology. You may have one writer in there who may touch one person. You may have another writer who touches someone, but everyone's story is meant to be told for themselves and to help someone else. So being able to bring this book to fruition is such an honor and such a wonderful piece of history, because you in participating will be creating, kind of carving your own name in history in a new and different way for many people who are first time authors, and in a project that will bring great value to you as a speaker, as someone who has a story to share. And it is also an awesome marketing tool for the person who is an author. And I know that Parul is going to talk some more about this.
Thank you, Alethea. Yeah, so I just want, okay, I'm just trying to highlight myself. All I was going to say is, yeah, a book projects is a great way to share your story, but also Alethea mentioned that, you never know. Your story could change somebody's life. Your motivation, your energy, your experience, your tool and techniques could be lifesaver for another woman. And men too, because the books are read by everyone. So tools and techniques are universal. Anybody can use it. So whoever want to join this book project, I want to say that I'm running my next event. We just done our EmpowerHer Confidence Summit in January. I'm going to run my next event in 5th of October. So you can pencil in date in your diary. I'm just confirming with the venue. So that's the date. We're going to run it in London, in central London, where people from all over the world will be invited to come and speak. And I hope Virginia can make it. I know she couldn't make it. And I hope Alethea can join us. So in this event, you'll be 4 times bigger than what we had in London, because that was my first event. I've got a whole lot of people coming from America as well. I'm going to be launching this book, the physical hard copy of the book. We're going to have a big launch at the event. Before that, there will be loads of publicity. And you have seen in my last event how I publicized everyone. And they're going to be getting continuous publicity, all the speaker, for next 3 months. So you're gonna, whoever joined this book project, you're also gonna get publicity about you, your service. So it's a great opportunity to share your story. We kept a price minimum so we can pay the editor and the admin. And I'm gonna share one slide just to summarize what you're going to get. And Alethea can add anything else if it's not there. So let me just share my screen and summarize what this book is about. So it's an anthology, and you will be collaborating with us, with other authors. And we talked about books is a great marketing tool, and especially if you become a best-selling author. And we're going to be doing best-selling campaign. We're going to have parties. And Alethea will be providing Zoom training session with us as well. If anybody can't make it, there will be recording available. There will be also initial group author book coaching training. And everyone will get 3 books as with this package. And you can order as an author many books you like. There'll be flyers to advertise you, and we'll have a big virtual launch party, but we'll also have the real party at my event. So people who can't come for any reason, we will have 2 parties. There'll be ebook as well and paperback as well. And the payment, we kept a minimum. I know I've done book project. I paid £1,200 on my first book when I become best-selling author. We kept it $750. Which is, I think, for £500 probably. I have to do the conversion so that everybody can participate as a reasonable amount. So I'm going to stop sharing. I'll put this page actually after this presentation on Facebook as well. So Alethea, do you want to add anything else before we move to next speaker?
No, Parul, I think you've covered it all. It's an exciting opportunity, and I hope that people will definitely participate. It's definitely going to be worthwhile for your investment. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And I just want to say, Alethea is not just her first project. She has taken a lot of project forward, and that's the reason I joined with her. I think one of her great projects has been the American Greatest Speakers, where a lot of people joined on that book project. Unfortunately, it came to me later, so I didn't have chance to take part, but I'm definitely taking part on that one. Yes, so she's very experienced, and that's the reason I've decided to partner with Alethea and launch this book project in an important month.
Yes.
That we celebrate sisterhood, we celebrate motherhood, we celebrate womanhood, and we respect and we pay our tribute to all those women who fought for our freedom. So now I'm going to introduce our next speaker, and I think Elena has joined. I'm going to introduce Elena now. And Elena Apolkova. She is a transformation and mindset coach, a mentor, a public speaker. Elena is a seasoned professional dedicated to aiding CEOs and entrepreneurs in achieving their significant professional and personal goal with a focus on maintaining a healthy work-life balance. So without further ado, I'm going to spotlight Elena to come onto the stage and share her topic on self-image. Over to you, Elena.
Hello. Great to speak today and share stage with amazing speakers. Today, I would like to share some insights about self-image and how self-image controls what we do in life, and how by shifting self-image, we can change our results. And before we get to that, I want you to answer this question. Do you have positive self-image about yourself, or your self-image is negative? When you want to achieve something, do you have self-image of confident person, or you feel inferior and not confident?
Starbucks has an image.
Yes, so our self-image, which we have in subconscious mind, controls everything in our life. It controls the way we talk, the way we meet people, the way we dress, everything. And our self-image is a picture in our mind that allows us to see what is possible for us and what is not possible. And we always achieve in life and get in life what we expect. So why people get different results? Some people dream for big goals, and some people for small goals. Why is this big difference? It is not always the difference because those people who dream for big things in life, that they have more talents and gifts, or they're genius. Sometimes it even can be opposite. That person can have so many talents, and the woman can be so beautiful. Like other people look at her and say that, oh, she can be a movie star. But because she is not confident about herself, and maybe in her childhood, parents didn't give her that confidence, so she can see herself like ugly duckling. And if the person see herself like ugly duckling, it doesn't matter how she looks, because she will behave as ugly duckling. So why it is so important to understand how our current self-image was formed, and how we can change it. And the good news is that whatever self-image we have about ourselves, we can rewrite it and we can change it. So let's speak about how it was built. Our current image was built based on what we heard from our people around us when we were born, when we were infant and we didn't have ability to think for ourselves. Our subconscious mind was open, and every information which we heard, which we saw around us, everything what we could get through our five senses from the environment, it directly went to our subconscious mind and created certain images. Maybe you saw some parents that, for example, the child dropped the cup and the cup broke, and the parent can tell the daughter that what hands you have, like you all your hands are just you just crash everything, right? So through repetition, parents are not aware of this, but through repetition they give their daughter this image that her hands are not good, like she is just failure, that everything drops, right? And it is cannot be not only this situation, there can be different situations. So in time, the child which is brought in such family, he can develop this inferior self-image. And this self-image, which is built before 5, 6 years old, when this child can make decision for herself and see herself, already those programs are built deeply in subconscious mind. And all life, the person sees herself from that place. So the good news is that we can change it. How we can change our self-image? Because if you want different results, this is something that must to be done, because we cannot aim for to have more in life. We cannot aim for bigger results in life and having the same self-image, because our results, it is reflection of our self-image, of what is going inside of us. So if we not happy with our results, this is the only way to change that picture and come out from the place where we want to be. So there is a technique how we can change self-image. And this technique is called act as if. So can and people who are our role model, right? We all have somebody who we admire, who we like, maybe not everything from their life, but some certain things. For example, somebody is very good in fitness, and we like how this person cares about herself and what she does to be fit. Or somebody can be maybe very good parent, and we love that part. Somebody can be a good speaker, and we like how that person presents himself and how he speaks, communicates with other people. So what we can do, we can observe those features which we like in different people from those role models which we have. It is recommended to have 6 role models, and write down these qualities which we want to build in ourselves in present tense, that yourself are that person, and you write in present tense that I am this way, I do this, I communicate this, I wear this. So literally we can become a producer and director and the star of our own movie. And to do it effectively, we can set 30 minutes a day, every day, and we can imagine that we are in the theater and we see that big screen, and we are producer, we are director, and we are the star of our movie. And we can start writing the script of how we see ourselves. And in order to get to that image, of course, we should have that big goal, because everything should come from the big goal. Because when we have that big goal, we know what we want to achieve and how we want to live, who we should become, right? So when we know exactly who we shall become to achieve that goal. Because we don't get in life what we want, but we get in life who we become. So everything starts from setting that big goal and then thinking who I have to become to be that person who already dwells at that channel to attract everything what is necessary to achieve that dream. And this is how we start fantasize and we write a script. Maybe you saw the movie and you like the actress or actor so much, and that actor
Virginia, I think you want to take over. I think we
lost-
have some, yeah, Elena was joining from somewhere. She was out. So I think she lost her connection.
Okay, so we'll continue with the next one, and is that
Yeah.
Aurora?
Yeah.
Aurora Guzbeck. She's a business software coach. Aurora, a time management and software optimization coach. She empowers female business owners to reclaim their precious time by streamlining work processes and gaining confidence in using a lean tech toolkit. Aurora, the virtual podium is yours.
Okay. Thank you so much, Virginia. Thank you, everybody. Oh my gosh, there were so great speeches until now. And yes, it's just amazing to be here and also tell you my part of story, my specialty, time management. And it's actually it's a very good time to speak about this, because we as women and also mothers maybe have this trait that we are putting everyone else before us, and we tends to do everything right, and our schedule just bursts and we're just running in circles. And if we're even professionals or business women, then that's on the top of everything, which we feel that we have to do because society taught us like that. And we have the sensation that we will never have that moment where it's just for us, right? So I don't know. I was there. I don't know if anyone feels like that sometimes or all the time, but there is something we can do about this, and this month is the perfect month to start with it. So I want to give you one of my secrets, how I managed to make room for myself. Because the thing is, if we don't do this, then in the long run there will be a breakdown. There will be something which we are paying a big price if we don't take care of ourselves, right? It's like in the airplane, put on your mask first, right? Don't just take care of everybody else. We need to recharge. So I want to give you my best method, which I do and really changed my life. I'm planning. I have 2 guidelines I go by, and maybe you're saying, my gosh, I don't have time to plan, right? I tell you why you need to make time to plan. So as I said, I don't want to give you practical tips. You can find everywhere on the internet how to manage your time better. I will give you a principle why you need to manage your time better. It's for your own benefit, for your own health, for your own mental health. And after all, it's also for the benefit of those around you, your family, your business partners, your entire customers. So I use colors. I love colors, and I put my activities into colors. I structure them. I have 4 categories which I put everything in. Very practical. I write down on Post-its all the activities I want to do the next week. So I do this planning once a week, and I write either I have Post-its with different colors, or I have same color Post-it but with different color pens, and I put everything down. The most important are with red, like it's no way I'm missing those out. Important meetings, important calls, important things which are really important to me, and everyone is different. So for some people, the family is very important. Like for me, family is coming before business, right? And so if it's a decision I have to take, I have time only for one activity, family comes first. If they need me more. Then the second category is blue, which is necessary. I have to do those. It's necessary for me to do those, and I cannot delegate them. The third category is it's nice to have. Like it would be great to do it, to check it off the list, but it's not major importance. And maybe I can postpone it for some later time, right? And if it doesn't fit in the next period of time. And then there are the absolute unnecessary. I write them on I write them actually on on white Post-its, like on white pieces of paper, with the time then it needs to be done, like how much time it takes, and the name of the person I give it to do it. So this is tricky because there are things which have to be done, but doesn't necessarily have to be done by you, right? If you have a busy schedule, this is how you declutter your schedule. You take activities which you think you have to do them and try to figure out that somebody else could do it better, right? If it's not you who have to do that, like going to the dentist is necessary, but you cannot delegate it. But cleaning the house is also necessary, and you can delegate it, right? So this is the structure I put in. And one of the tricks is I never schedule more than 10 hours a day. I leave always a room, an empty space. And don't be afraid of empty spaces. Urgencies of the day will fill them. And if they don't, then you have some time for you to read and to relax. I do that too. So this is very important. This is, and also discipline, because you think, oh my gosh, I have like 4 hours which I did not plan. But if you plan them, I promise you the urgencies of the day will come anyway, and you don't have time for them. So this is very important. Don't fill up your calendar more than 80%, which is about 10 hours a day, right? With fixed activities. And another way I see, I look at these things, like the red things, the most important are also those things which bring me the most benefit in short term or long term. Active income, passive income, investing in my child. Because we think that children, we just like give in, they're not, it's not, they don't bring us any interest, right? But investing in your child, if you have a child in the long run, when you're older age, they will remember that. But if you always never have time for them, they will never have time for you. That's how it works. It's like what you give, you get back. And many people forget this, that even investing in other people, it's something which will benefit you later. And also the activities which don't bring me money, but bring me energy, which I can translate into being able to make productive activities, are also important for me to put in my schedule. And so I come back to the question, how will I get time to plan all this out? Well, I started 14 years ago to take 1 day a week off. I mean, just imagine, close your eyes, imagine you have 1 day a week, Mother's Day, Women's Day, It's just your day. You have to do nothing else but take care of yourself. And this is actually something great. And if you think I will never be able to do 1 day a week, I have written a book, Make Your Time Matter. And in this book, I explain also why it's important. I motivate you. I give you the reasons, you can find out your personal reasons why to take this day off, and also a plan how to make it happen. And just a little bit of secret, in 3 days from now, it's the International Women's Day. And that's Friday, right? So you can do this, tell everybody you want to take a day off on the International Women's Day. Nobody will object. Cancel all your meetings. Tell your boss, if you're hired, tell your boss you want to take a day off. They will not object. You're a woman and it's the International Women's Day. And do this. Plan your week ahead. Do something great for yourself. Recharge yourself, because this is of most importance in our busy schedule. So, and also as a present for Women's Day, I want to gift you my book. So I will put the link in the comments and also in the Zoom. You can sign up to receive my book for free, electronically, of course. And so, yeah, just one more, I will leave you with one more tip. Have a moment of planning and reflection each day. It only takes 10 minutes. 10 minutes in the morning where you look at the schedule of the day and you pick out 3 things which you want to be done by the evening, and focus on those first. And in the evening, take 10 minutes to close down the day so you have a good sleep. And even if you did not fully accomplish the things which you wanted to do, make a closure. Reschedule things which you didn't do, but not for the next day. Remember, your whole week is filled. The things which you don't finish today are not the urgencies for tomorrow. So put them on the schedule for the next week, right? And this is how you keep your schedule tidy and decluttered, and have a happy life. So thank you for listening. And yeah, that was all I wanted to share today with you. So,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Parul, we can't hear you.
Oh, I was muted. I
That
was
was
saying
wonderful.
that's amazing. Time management we all need in our life.
Yes.
And I think what Aurora shared is all the strategies, some of the top tips, which is really important. Whatever you do in your life, whether you are working, you're a business owner, you are a mom, or you enjoying life, we still need to manage our time. Time never stops. But we got to look after ourselves. We got to celebrate. We have to breathe first. It's an important point everybody talk about, and we all hear it when you go into the plane. We are important. Ladies, you bring a life to this world. We are mothers. We are important. So let's celebrate today. We got a few more people to hear from, and then we're gonna have a celebration. So now I'm going to introduce our next speaker. She is Angelique Purvis. Now, Angelique is a multi-award-winning dance and fitness instructor. Leverage her profession as a university lecturer in business to combine her passion for dance with a mission to promote healthier life for women and children, emphasizing the transformative power of dance on both body and mind. So let's hear from Angelique. I'm going to highlight Angelique now. And here you go. The stage is yours, Angelique.
Hello everyone, nice to see you, Parul, and all you lovely ladies here today, and also everybody who's going to be watching later on. So welcome everyone, and thank you so much, Parul, again for having me on this wonderful platform. Lovely to see everyone. So my talk today is about mental well-being. Those of you who were at the event earlier Parul's EmpowerHer event. You've heard my story, and we've talked about it a bit more on the podcast as well. So I'm not going to kind of delve into that for sure. Thank you, Parul, for the lovely introduction. So yes, I'm a university lecturer. In fact, I've just come running from university, so I'm in this black attire today. But I'm also very much a dancer. My passion is dance. It's been a healer in my life. Many occasions, and you can definitely hear more on Parul's YouTube page. So do check that. There are amazing stories there as well. And for me, as Parul said, dance is really my passion. It's the best form of mental and physical well-being, and it's proven, it's scientifically proven as well. So we will go into that later, but before we talk about dance or look at dance a little bit, we will be actually talking about mental well-being now. So a few tips. I'm a wellness, fitness and dance coach, as you heard. So a little bit just about mental health. Mental health is really the number one most important thing. I would say even more than physical health, because you can be well, you can be in the best shape of your life, you can have a fantastic figure, and you can be depressed. And that would be absolutely no point whatsoever. So mental health is so important to manage, especially us women, every day, because like you said, we are moms, we are wives, we work, we are daughters, we are cooking, we have to think about what the shopping is for the week. We are constantly multitasking. And so mental well-being is even more important for women, because when we multitask, and everybody says, oh, women are fantastic at multitasking. Yes, we are, but that drains your mind, because your mind is having to work extra hard to be able to do different things at the same time. So it needs a rest, and mental well-being is really important. What I always say to everyone is we need to find our peace within. You need to find that peace within, the calm within, no matter what's happening around you. There might be a storm around, crazy things happening, but how do you hold your peace? Hold your peace and happiness. That is the secret of living well, is to hold that peace within. So I recommend just a few easy tips to give you for this. Number one, you start your day in a very strong wellness mode. How do we do that? You get out of bed and you do not touch your phone. Very important. Let the phone be till later. You get out of bed, you first do a few little stretches, you pray, have a little bit of gratitude for this new morning that you've been lucky to have in this life, and set an intention for that day. Think about what would you like to be like today. I want to be calm, I want to be happy, whatever it would be. I want to be healthy. Set an intention for your day so that you can have some reference point to go back to. So being calm, setting your morning in the right way. Then maybe halfway through the day, thinking about how am I doing? What do I need to do to keep this momentum going? No matter what's happening around. If a stressful situation comes your way, deal with it and let it go. Don't hold on to it. Let it go. How do we do that? Do some deep breathing exercises. The best way to breathe is from your stomach. Okay, so your abdomen, you go upwards into your chest and then down, all the way back to the stomach. Deep breathing, not shallow breathing. Very important to keep deep breathing exercises every day, just for 5 minutes a day, and especially when you are stressed. So hold that peace, hold that calm. It's not something that we have to just aspire to. It's what we do ourselves that holds the peace. Let things go. Don't hold on to them. Another thing to do when you're really irritated, somebody is irritating you, a situation is irritating you, think about it and use your fingers. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. You can put it under the table. Nobody will know. You don't have to say it out loud. You might be in a meeting. Somebody is annoying you. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Keep saying it. hold on to it. Remind yourself that you have to be in control of the scenario. The scenario shouldn't be in control of you. Every time something happens, like how many things happen in a day? Maybe 10, 20 things. Are we going to constantly go up and down with our mood? Oh, now I'm upset, now I'm happy, now I'm stressed, now I'm joyful. No, hold on to that peace. Hold on to that calm and happiness, and use some of these techniques like deep breathing. Peace begins with me. That's one I would definitely tell you. And to start your day in a very strong positive mode. Don't get out of bed, look into your phone, oh, this email, that start WhatsApp, you're already chaotic as you're waking up. You need to find your peace and your calm and your center before you start your day. So wake up, say a prayer, thank God, be grateful for this day, and set your intention for the day. And then when things jump at you and you can't control it, you've got the peace begins with me, and you've got the deep breathing. And of course, as I'd always say, a bit of dancing. A little bit of dancing always helps and will bring a big smile to your face. So without further ado, Parul, do we have time to do a little dance together?
Anjali, can you wait and can we do the dance at the end?
Okay, if you
Yeah,
want.
so
Yes.
it gives you
Yeah.
take a breath as well.
Okay.
You just spoke,
Yeah.
and also you're gonna ask. Okay, Virginia back. I'm gonna hand over to Virginia
Okay.
to
I'll see you later.
yeah, to say a few highlight everybody's point, and then we'll come back to you.
Okay.
Over to you, Virginia.
I think that we should let everybody summarize their own points, because in one sentence, what your message was today and what you want us to remember, and we can go around instead of me saying it, because I think it will give us all an opportunity to hear from your voice. So I think we can start with who is first. Who's here? Actually, they're all here. So we can start with Dr. Teresa. Teresa, you here? Okay, so Namisha, can you share it with us?
Yeah, sure. In a nutshell, we get to celebrate ourselves in all the moments, in the highs, in the lows, and you have the gift, building on what Angelique said, to tune within. And certainly meditation has been my healer, and that is available to you. So whatever works for you, there's no right way, there's no wrong way, but find a way to celebrate yourself every day.
So celebrate yourself. That should be one of the first things that we do. I love it. Lena, you're here with us.
Take time and invest in yourself by being creative, because creativity can give a lot of peace and a lot of joy, and also find yourself true self through the creativity.
Beautiful. So the first one is celebrate yourself. The second one is to allow the creative person in you to come out. So I love that. I love that. It's beautiful. We have Inger. Inger, you there? Your mic.
Yeah, I am here. I would love for everyone to remember that it's never too late to start over. I did it at 65, so what's your excuse? Because when people around you tell you that you should relax, you've been working all life, well, it's what you want that matters. So that is what I would love to say.
I love it. So we start with Misha, and celebrate yourself, be creative so you can reach your truest self. And now it's never too late to start. Angelique, if there's anybody else, I don't think anybody else has their camera on. Yeah. Angelique.
So my message was simple: to find your center, to hold your peace no matter what's going on around you, with a good morning start, some walking, meditation, deep breathing, and definitely dancing.
Beautiful. We have Elena here. Elena, and you could join us. Give us one sentence. Like narrow everything up, summarize everything you said today in one sentence, so we can all leave with that message today.
Become the star of your movie that is your life, and create your script the way you want to be, from the place of your biggest dreams and biggest goals, because everything is possible. And the way how you see yourself, the rest of the world will see you.
Beautiful. I love it. Be the star of your own show. Be the director. Right? This is your story. Thank you so much. Write your own story. That is gorgeous, beautiful. Anybody else that is here? I think we have everyone. Peru, would you like to add something?
Yeah, sure. I talked about self-leadership, and I know we didn't have Facebook Live that time. Yes, so for me is whoever you are, wherever you are, it's really important to lead yourself first. Take care of yourself in terms of mentally, emotionally, and physically. So take time out. Do some self-care. This Sunday is Mother's Day, so amazing. March is full of days. We go International Women's Month, International Women's Day. There's lots of celebration going on, and Mother's Day too. So we are important, but carry on with the celebration. Carry on with looking after yourself for rest of the year. It's not just one day. It's not just 1 month. Is throughout of our life that we have to take care of ourselves, and you are important. So that's from me.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And I would just like to add how I started. Financial autonomy is really about making the decisions that are best for you. I know that all of you have talked about maybe relaxing, maybe finding your center, celebrating yourself. And all I want to say is like, relax, but also find something that you love to do that can actually generate you an income so you can actually have financial autonomy, so you can actually make the decisions that you need and that you want in your life, because we all deserve to live to our fullest potential. So thank you all. And I think that now we want to end with Angelique, right? Are we ending with Angelique? So Angelique,
Absolutely.
the virtual stage is yours.
Okay, great, great. Parul, can I ask you to maybe instead of spotlighting me, put the gallery on for whoever's on?
Okay. You want to spotlight off?
All of us, yes.
Yes.
Excellent.
Do you want to
And
share any
everyone,
music, or are you okay?
I will be sharing my music, yes.
So do I give you a share screen, or I'll make you co-host?
I think it should work without sharing facility because it's just in the background.
Okay.
We can check. But what I want all of us ladies to do, and whoever's watching later on, very luckily, I picked the right song. So you can sit or you can stand. It's totally up to you. I'm going to show you some really simple steps just to get you going. It's a very popular song in India, Bollywood. It's called What Jhumka, and Jhumka means earring. So we're doing What Jhumka. So I'll show you some easy steps we're going to do with our hands. We can sit down and do it just to give you a little bit of a fun end to this beautiful session. All right. So here we go. Our hand is going to come around our ears. Can you see me? Down. Take your earring. Pretend. So this is like a classical hand with 2 fingers up and 3 down. Perfect. So down, hold and flick it down. Throw it down. Excellent. Point up 2 times and make a little river. Wonderful. So we went 1, 2, 3, throw, 5, 6, 7, 8. Excellent. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Amazing, guys. Then we're going to go up, like near your head, and down. Flick it over down. Okay. Up and down, up and down. Now we're going to point with both fingers. Point and river again. Excellent. Then you're going to point to your earring to the right, to the left. Keep it in the center, like these classical fingers, and twist them and your head. And you got to say hi, hi, hi. And then we go 1, 2, again 3 and 4. But this time instead of 2 points, we do 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 points. And then we say what jhumka. Jhumka is our earring. What jhumka. So just a quick revision. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Up, up, river, up and down, up and down. 2 points. Some more river. To the right, to the left, to the center, high, high, high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 points. And what jhumka. Can we do that together? So nice and short and sweet. Let me see if you can hear the music. Give me a second. Can you hear it? All right, it says pretty ladies. You got to shake those hips and look really cool. Good. And hands. Very good. Wave it up, 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 up. And pretty ladies looking cool. Very nice. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wave it up and up, up, up. And point and point, slash, point and point, slash, point and point. Ready? Here we go with earring and earring and earring. Let's start. 1, 2, 3, point, reverse. Up and down, point, reverse to the right, to the left, middle, high, high, high. 1, 2, 3, and 4 points. Wachunga. Excellent. Yeah, excellent. Look, everybody was smiling, weren't you? How are you feeling? Good? How's
Fantastic.
everyone feeling? Good. So this is the magic of dance. It makes you smile. It connects cultures. It doesn't matter whether you understand it or not. It's the music. You have fun. You smile. You get fit. You move. That's the magic of dance.
Amazing, Angelique, amazing. So I wanted to say to everyone, thank you very much for sharing the stage, sharing your story, sharing your wisdom, sharing your learning, your practice. We've learned so many things from everyone, from meditation to dance to importance of economic empowerment, being present, having a good self-image. Everyone talked about different things. So all I want to say is thank you for coming here, celebrating with everyone. The whole world is watching us. This video will be on YouTube as well. I know we couldn't go Facebook Live in the beginning of this event because of Facebook was down, but everything is recorded and everyone can watch it. And Virginia, do you want to say any final comment before we finish off?
I just think that whenever there's an opportunity for us to meet, that we should take advantage. And the fact that when more than one woman meets, extraordinary things happen. And I think that this was absolutely extraordinary. I saw each one of you. The light that you bring really illuminates all of us. And so I continue doing what you do. It's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.